Okay, Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. This is me Fatima Businesswali. I am teacher training level 2 at Trehan School Hor campus and I am also working as co-lead. Along with my learning journey, I am leading and growing online as well. So, as you know, in every interview, we invite a new guest so that we can learn something valuable from their experience, their ideas, and journey. Today interviews is going to be very inspiring and full of learning. So today our special guest is Olivia Cook, a restaurant manager, consultant, marketing executive, and founder of Tailored Consulting Group. Olivia believes in the power of human connection and strong leadership. She helps business grow by empowering teamwork, system, and business visibility. So she has experience working in fast-paced environments and guiding business with practical solutions that work in real life. Her journey is inspiring for entrepreneurs, women leaders, and anyone who want to grow personally and professionally. So welcome to our podcast, Olivia Cook. We are excited to have you with us. So, uh, hello, Olivia.
Thank you, Fatima. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, thank you so much. So, firstly, please introduce yourself with our audience.
As there was a lot of things that Fatima said. Most importantly, I'm a mother, a wife, a military wife, and I'm a child of God. That is what's most important. And how I show up in the world is based off of my belief system and identity, which is like woven in Christ. I believe in servant leadership. I really believe in setting an example. I believe in not having toxic work environments. That's part of the reason why I got into leadership, is because I wanted to have more input on the environment that I work in. And I'm really just about building genuine connection with other people. So we're not doing this world alone.
Yes, absolutely right. So, can you tell me what thing inspired you to start Tailored Consulting Group?
Okay, so actually, I'm as you mentioned earlier, I'm the executive marketing director, as well as a super mentor over the Southeast territory of the United States. So like 13 different states, with an organization called People for People. And in People for People, we help um, build individuals, unite communities, create opportunities, and create a parallel economy. Those are our four pillars within the organization. And I've been doing that, and it's a startup. So I've been investing money in a team. So that's what made me start Tailored Consulting Group, because I genuinely love to help businesses grow and scale. So I help when it comes to the leadership side, the customer service side, and the the human side. So the systems and the human from lived experience.
Okay, that's really amazing. So, my next question you become a strong leader.
Okay, I did not hear the first part of the question. All I heard was help you become a strong leader.
Yes.
What was the first part? Take notes. It froze. I couldn't hear the first part that you said about being a strong leader.
Okay, I speak and help you become a strong leader.
Okay, I'm gonna just guess here. Um,
Yes.
when it comes to characteristics, is that what you're asking for? Like character traits? Integrity. One of the biggest ones is integrity. Um, having doing what is right when no one is looking, when no one else can hold you accountable, holding yourself accountable, that is one of the things. Leading by example, Um, we're being reflective and self-aware and realizing when I'm wrong, when I need to apologize, when I need to take a step back and be like, you know what, I didn't handle that properly. Learning from all of the mistakes, like the reflective piece is super important. The soft skills, very important. There's a lot of trained skills that they're trained, so you can learn all of these other skills, but the soft skills are what you really have to focus on to ensure that your message is not only correct, but it is also being received the way that you intend for it to. A lot of things have to do with perception. And if we're not communicating clearly, effectively, then we're we're not doing what we need to do. So those are a few of the character traits.
Okay, so my next question: what are the biggest challenges small business face today?
Okay, what I heard was what are the biggest challenges that small businesses face? Is that what you're
What are the biggest challenges small business face today?
okay? It varies. It depends on what industry the small business is in. Um, so let's say you are a small business in the restaurant industry. Your problem is different than
Yes.
a an HVAC company because it's a different clientele. So it really depends on the business. There's so many different aspects. A lack of knowledge sometimes, but a lack of support as well. A lot of small businesses do not have a lot of local support. And that's what's necessary to have a strong, successful business. That's one of the problems that People for People helps solve. And I'm so passionate about this startup because we help so small businesses on so many different levels just by being a part of the organization. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of different challenges. So I'll just talk about healthcare, and it's different. It's different in the U.S. versus where you are too. You know, the challenges are different. Now there's going to be similar things. I mean, people. When you got people, you're always going to have problems. People equals problems, um, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining. Um, but I guess, can you ask me a more specific question? Because it could be so broad.
Yes. Uh, I ask next question. According to you, what qualities make a successful leader?
Ooh, what qualities make a successful leader, according to me? Okay,
Yes.
like I mentioned before, integrity, work ethic. Those are the two biggest things for me is integrity and work ethic. Like if you just want to be a leader and tell people what to do, but not actually like do anything, like you're just really good at delegating, that's not, it's leadership. And I've learned this from John C. Maxwell as well as Ed Milet. Leadership is about influence. So, how many lives are changed because you were in their life? Really, that is the level of leadership that matters to me. And leadership does not have to just be people in a business. Leadership is the mother at home, you know, influencing her children, or the father at home influencing his children. It's the people that you work with that might not be leaders, but they're influencing. They might not be leaders in the title sense, but they still influence. They still have a following of people. Those are some good indicators, and how they handle adversity. Having resilience within their DNA is extremely important because how you lead your team, calm under pressure, in pressure, because as leaders, over a lot of people in the business world, you've got to shoulder a lot of things. Well, you don't really have to shoulder all those things. You can give it to God, but in actuality, you're the one that gets yelled at for the problems. You're the one that has to deal with your team members, our employees, whatever you call them, your guests, your customers. There's no getting around having to deal with the people. So being able to not just be good at the numbers, but being good at the people is also another leadership character trait that I find to be very important.
Yes, absolutely right. So, my next question, like, how important is business leadership?
I'm sorry, it froze. Will you repeat it again?
Yes. Why is human connection important in business and leadership?
Okay, so what can AI or technology not take away? It can't take away human interaction, human connection. It can't do that. It can't give AI can't give you the same energy transfer that a human can. And think about that. Like energy, we can feel it. You can feel when somebody's sad, you can feel when somebody's happy, you can feel when somebody's motivating, right? That energy cannot be manufactured. It can't. And in that itself, human, it's people. People make the businesses. People own the businesses. They run the businesses because it's us in this world. So that human connection, that human piece is it's fundamental. It's absolutely fundamental. And we can't lose sight of that.
Yes, right. So, like, how can business create a positive and strong team culture?
Mm, don't tolerate anything that isn't. If it is not contributing to the benefits of the success of your team, then don't. You know what I mean? Like there's a spectrum here. Now I understand like there's some challenging times, but when you go into a new place, you want to feel welcomed, right? Like if you want to feel like you're a part of the team. And that's one of the things that I really try to ensure that my team does is they make other team members feel welcome. So it's about that environment, Phil, first, and then it's the standards and expectations you set. So you got to set the standards, right? But then you have to hold that standard accountable and hold the people accountable to that standard. It's simple, not easy. It's not easy, especially when things are stressful and hard, but you can do hard things. So those are those are some of the things that I really believe are the answer to your question. Um, Next question.
Yes, right. So, next question, like, how important is personal branding in today digital world?
Mm, it depends. Honestly, your personal brand and personal branding, it all depends on what type of business you want to run. Do you want to be, it's what you're known for, you know? It's really what you're known for. So what do you want to be known for? What is the impression? And you want to be intentional about that impression you're leaving on people. You don't want to just go in and show up and not have the end in mind. You really want to go in and say, you know what? I want my brand. I want people to feel this feeling when it's associated to me. And then make sure that your actions and everything align to that. That is if you have a personal brand. But if you have a business, that might are a business that's maybe a business to business. That's a lot of businesses. When you have one of those, it's more what's like Chick-fil-A. Y'all don't have Chick-fil-A over there. But Chick-fil-A, we understand the brand of Chick-fil-A. They are not open on Sunday. They are a Christian brand. The customer service is top notch. They go. It is a my pleasure all the time. That is their standard. That is the consistency. That is something that is duplicatable at every single Chick-fil-A. Just like McDonald's. McDonald's, you can understand, like you can expect to get the same thing. It's their brand, you know? So that it's that same level. Now when you're talking about, let's say you're a coach, so y'all talk to a lot of different business owners. So their brand, how they feel, like if I wanted people to feel inspired, ignited, then I need to bring that energy, right? Like my brand needs to say that. It shouldn't be like, okay, it's yeah, I'm just here, like what's up? Yeah, no. So it's that on so many different levels. If Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So my next question, like, what are the some simple ways small business can improve their visibility online?
Okay. So I'm going to go back to remembering, like thinking about the end in mind. So if you want visibility is very broad, but what is the audience that you want to reach? So let's say that you are an esthetician and you want to reach a certain type of clientele. So more people that are your ideal clients are the ones that you want to be visible in front of. You don't want to just have visibility and all these likes and not any clients. That's not the goal. Like, and a lot of times people get distracted by the vanity metrics and the likes and all that. That's not it. Or those are not paying your bills. Like, yeah, you can get AdSense and stuff like that, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like if you're not being an esthetician and you're more focused on being a social media manager, that's not what you signed up for. It's taking care of the clients. So having referrals is a great way to get ideal people back to your place, because they're going to be from the ones that you're talking to, the ones that you're, and knowing what to say about your business, not just saying, oh yeah, I'm an esthetician. Okay, but why? People don't care about a lot of, like, they just want the surface done, right? But when you make them understand that you genuinely care about them and how they feel, and you love to make people feel amazing, and that's a part of your personal brand, is to bring out the beauty within every individual that you touch. If you have something more compelling, who are you going to go to? You're going to want to go to the one that has the more compelling feeling, right? But you have to put yourself out there and talk to people and really talk about your passion and your purpose in what you do, so that you can get that exposure. I definitely help people do that on so many different ways. I allow for people to allow is not the word. I put people on platforms in their local communities, that allow for them to get more exposure in front of their ideal people. That is one of the things I also help with People for People. So
Mm,
that is just being intentional. I mean, you can do it on your own, but it's so much better when you've got people helping you.
yes, absolutely right. That's really amazing. So my next question, what common mistakes do business make marketing?
Hmm. Following everybody's trends, like just like everybody, and not actually trying to see what works. I'm not saying don't try things. Try lots of times, different things, different ways. Try them all out. But remember what the end is in mind. A lot of times people are like, oh, let me do this reel. Let me do this. And they get so sucked into doing all of the social media stuff when they could be saving a lot of time. Our time is our most valuable asset, and we don't ever have a hold of it. only are just a part of it. So if we can ensure that we're scheduling out our social media, making real genuine connection, social media at this point it's pivoting. Yeah, you can still run ads, you can do a lot of things, but if you're a small business just trying to grow organically, it is difficult. And it's better to do that with people helping you do that.
Yes, right. So my next question, like, what keeps you motivated during like difficult times?
So I spend a lot of time in prayer. I spend a lot of time in prayer. And one of my favorite scriptures is actually consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because it is the testing of your faith that produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work in you so that you be made complete. So that just about my character, like I'm resilient, go getter, wake up, do it again. How can I do it better? That is my mentality in general. Um, my my why is bigger than me, and it's bigger than my family because I believe that I'm here to make generational changes in the world, not just for my family but other families as well. Um, so my why is really so much bigger than me. It's really about impact and helping make the world a better place. Like I genuinely like I need to be in history books. Like there people are going to read about me in history books, not because of me, but because of how I surrendered to God and let him work through me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Your answer. Like, what advice would you give to women who want to start their own business like me?
Okay. So get specific on like it depends on like give me an example. Like what type of business do you want to start?
Uh, what did you say? I did not understand. I
What
did not
type of
hear your
business
voice.
what type of business do you want to start? Like or give me an example of the business that they want
Yes,
to start.
like I want to start my own business, like fashion designer.
Fashion. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So there's a lot of questions that you're going to ask with that. So like I would genuinely for me now there's so many different ways to do this. Like there's so many ways to do business. But if I wanted to get into the fashion industry, the first thing I would be doing is finding out those that are already in that industry and learning from them specifically. Because you can get a bunch of advice from all the other people, but if they don't know the exact steps on what to do, what is it going to do for you? Like that's just general. You need to get to the specific industry first. So let's say you want to do something that is like leather or whatever, right? Well, where's your suppliers going to be from? Are you going to be fulfilling that? Are you going to be doing drop shipping? Are you going to be doing wholesaling? What type of level do you want to build? And also, one question that people don't ask themselves: what type of life do you want to live? What type of business do you want to build so that you can live a life that you want, that you will actually enjoy? Do you want to, how much do you want to work? How much commitment do you want to have to put into it? Because you have to think about that when you're building a business, and that's any business. What type of time do you want to put into it? Because the reality is you're going to be putting in so much time to your business in general. Um, are you going to be able to set those boundaries around the time that you spend on your business? Are you going to be able to implement rest and recovery? Because that's extremely important as well. Um, so first would definitely be connect with people that are already in that industry. Two, find out what their recommendations are to get started and how you want to build the business. And three, ideally, what do you want that business to look like for you? How do you want to set it up so that you're living a life that you enjoy as well as growing a business and a successful business? Because you don't start a business for it to not be successful, right? So what those are the three places I would start.
Yes. Okay. So my next and last question. What advice would you give to young entrepreneur around the world?
Entrepreneurs around the world, advice, I would say get connected. Get connected with other people because you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know who's out there that can help you. You don't know who's out there that you can help. So get connected with other people. Don't be shy. Learn from others. You don't have to digest everything. Eat the meat, give away the bone. Like just take what you need from the advice from other people and see who you align with. And know that you're not alone in this journey.
Yes, your advice is such an amazing. So, thank you so much, Olivia Cook, for giving your valuable time and sharing your inspiring thoughts and experience with us.
Awesome.
We learned, yes, we learned a lot from your journey, leadership, and business insight today. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching and supporting this interview. I hope this conversation inspire you to grow and believe in yourself. See you again with another amazing guest and other inspiring conversation. Goodbye.
Thank you.